Hey, Second District, State Representative Andrew Barkis, and it's the 2022 session, and guess where I'm at? Not in the Capitol. We're back again under the virtual dome because, well, they changed the protocols, and it's kind of a challenge to get back to the building to actually do the work of the people. So we're doing it all again virtual. More on that later. But hey, it's session 2022, and it's gotten off to a huge, very fast, busy start in the first 10 days of session and all the different things. I think we're picking up where we left off in 2021, which for many in the state of Washington is not really a good thing. So let's talk about a few things that I'm working on right now in the roles that I have. First of all, I'm still in my role as a ranking member on the Transportation Committee. And as I have talked about in previous videos and you've seen, we have a huge opportunity in front of us. You know, when we walked into the virtual building, we're sitting with about a $9 billion surplus in revenue in the operating account. So I have dropped a series of bills, a proposal, a real plan to use some of those operating dollars in conjunction with other other dollars to put into the transportation budget to address our revenue shortfall and start getting things moving, finish projects that we've started, etc. Unfortunately, those bills have not moved yet. So we're trying to put the pressure to get them heard so at least we can have the conversation about an alternative to help out our struggling transportation. So the committee is working on policy, lots of good things going on. Budget committee has already started, and a lot of work ahead to see what's happening. I'm hearing rumblings that the Democrats are once again working on a transportation package, but just like last year, we have not had any meetings with the Four Corners, with our majority counterparts to talk about any of these proposals that they're presenting. So I have no idea what's happening there. Hopefully we'll get some of that pretty soon because it's a 60-day session and it moves fast. And we're not going to have a lot of time to do big things if they're actually wanting to do that. And the other area of that policy that I'm working on, still one of the leads, is on housing. And you've heard the governor and others talk about the fact that this is the year that we're going to do big things to solve our housing crisis. Well, I've been trying to work on things for the last 5 years to solve our housing crisis. It's been very challenging to get good policy passed that would actually make a difference. But I'm going to try once again this year. I've introduced several bills. One in particular is House Bill 2049, which addresses permit reform. Getting the permits moving faster through the process gets housing into the supply chain faster. I've also introduced a bill about SEPA reform, about infill development, and a couple others that come back from last year on the housing element that hopefully will be considered. One just had a hearing. We'll see if it actually moves this year. On the landlord-tenant law front, well, you know, the battle continues there too. I thought maybe we would have a pause after all of the onslaught of regulations, the eviction moratorium and everything that was put on the housing providers, but it doesn't look like it. They're bringing back another 5-6 bills, including the potential of rent control, to Washington State. Why are we considering more egregious regulatory policy on the people who are providing housing in the state of Washington? It makes absolutely no sense. My colleagues and I are going to fight these tooth and nail to make sure that we don't have any more of these policies put upon those who are doing their best in these challenging times to provide housing for the people of Washington State. Second District, this is going to be another tough session. We've seen it before last year in a virtual world, a lot of bad policy put through. I'm afraid it's going to be the same thing as we're going to see a lot of doubling down. You know, my priorities are all about priorities, prioritization and reform. I'm going to continue to beat that drum, talk about it, to say we need to do those things. We need to look at reforming some of the bills that were passed last year. We started that already. Just this week, we did a delay on the Long-Term Care Act. Is it the right policy? Well, it will buy us some time to hopefully be able to do the real policy, and that is to repeal a very bad policy, very unpopular policy, but at least we have a little more time for the people of the state of Washington not to have to endure that payroll tax. But again, Second District, I'm going to keep working for you. It is an honor to serve here in the state of Washington and to represent you and to fight for the issues that are so important to us. And I'm going to continue to do that every day for this short 60-day session and beyond. Hey, thanks for watching another Barkis Breakdown. We're going to be doing these about every week to keep you informed. You can always reach out to my office, subscribe to my email newsletter that comes out once a week. And we'll keep you posted on the things that are happening so you can stay involved and make your voice heard to help make a difference here in the state of Washington. Thanks for watching the Barkis Breakdown. Have a great one.